browse the map. Season. That's just an area. So I forgot where you got to. So at the foot of the fire, the sun, as you're led through the spike stones into the heart of the entire camp, the chieftain and the sun shaman come to see you. You're escorted to the war council fire, and they bid you to be seated. Sun shaman remains quiet for this meeting, letting ready class speak. Obviously, the chieftain's loud. Oh, here we go. Oh, damn, the sound effects, and I forgot. I don't know which order these will be in. Let's see what happens, because I forgot to test it all earlier.
I am Chief Reddy Claw. Why have you dared enter Sklahua lands? Speak, Outlanders.
Go.
And at this point, Sassafras takes a step and hides behind Gastinius.
Okie dokie.
Can I be heard?
Someone just said, "Can I be heard?" But it sounded like they were.
You got the microphone up your arse, but
It sounds like you're a very long way away from it. They might be very good headphones, but I'm afraid it's a terrible microphone.
This is 4 different sets I've tried.
There's something really weird going on then.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the ones that Tavis was using 2 seconds ago.
It must be okay. Maybe it is your computer then. I don't know what's going on. Right. Okay, let's put you around the fire. So, anyway, come on then. Why are you here? The chieftain bellows.
I haven't got a clue.
As
Why are
Gastus and
we
Thaddeus
here?
are
Someone
low,
tell me why
please,
we're
Mr.
here.
GM, let the bennies flow. Okay.
Gastinius does all our talking for us, and I poke him in the back.
Aren't we here something about balancing stones to get credibility? Otherwise, nobody's
Well,
going
you-
to talk to us.
No, they said that we needed to come and ask you a favor, and we had to do a whole bunch of stuff before we could even get here to talk to you. Because there's some stuff going on in Corvosa that you might know the answers to, that if we don't get the answers, Corvosa's pretty much finished.
Yes, as
Okay.
the diminutive one says, I do all the talking.
Yeah.
Well,
and when-
because you weren't speaking up!
and when Corvosa falls, it
Not
becomes a,
happy, are you?
Corvosa falls becomes a hive of evil, and that evil spreads out across the land, and you two will be affected.
Okay. So, I'm not sure which one's going to be next. I think it's this one, hopefully.
You are brave, but you are still Shamak, and as such do not deserve the Sun Shaman's advice. But if your bravery holds true, you can petition to take the trial of the totem.
I poke Gastinius in the back again.
The diminutive one here wants me to ask you how we would petition, but she doesn't want to use her own voice because she likes to complain that I do all the talking.
Okay.
Is this clearer?
Yes.
Much better.
Good.
Oh, you sound
Yes.
like you again.
Yes, you do.
That's a relief.
You finally decided that standing inside a swimming pool and talking wasn't the way to do things.
Apparently not. Whatever this said headset is that I've just borrowed, I should just buy another one just like it.
Well, I say this it's obviously the microphone's the issue, not the headset. The headsets, or the other headsets might be magnificent, but the microphones suck, it would appear. Anyhow, tension. Okay, so the sun. Basically, the Sun Shaman finally breaks his silence, not speaking, but by placing a hand upon... that's not breaking silence then, is it? By placing a hand on the chieftain's shoulder and indicating wordlessly they should retreat the shaman's tent to speak in private. The chieftain does so, asking for you to wait for their return. Quiet tension looms while the crowd... If Akram quietly explains that if the Sun Shaman rejects the request, and decides you're not worthy of the trial, you, him, and all of the people here with you, including obviously Hargev and Shadfrar and the other ones who I can't see on the map,
Why
will
do
all
they
be
sound like the
disemboweled
three wise
for
men?
trespassing on Squaklar land.
You could have warned us about that before we came here, couldn't you?
Indeed. An hour later, the shaman and chieftain returned to the fire. So, curious what happens if I play this one. I don't know if it's the right one. Let's find out.
You are permitted the opportunity.
Nope, it's not yet then. Okay, that's later. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shush! Okay, so I wasn't sure because the sounds definitely go down. Anyway, the shaman asks each of you to stand before him and speak your name.
I am Gastus Lentinius, Corvosa.
Her name.
My name is Leia.
I peek out around from Destiny and says, I'm Sassafras Teaberry. I'm from Whistledown.
I'm Vorka.
Give my name. Or I suppose, well, I suppose it's Thaddeus, but don't tell anybody.
Bitch. Woods.
From the woods, I like that. Okay. The shaman repeats each of your names in sequence. And then, I'm not going to play the sound of it, it was too quiet. Then tersely proclaims that are permitted the opportunity to prove yourselves to the Skakwa by enduring the trial of the totem.
Well, anything's got to be preferable to being disemboweled.
So Crojan, it would appear, has been lurking around the place, suddenly bursts out crossly, because that's the sound effect I was missing. That's why I thought he wasn't here. Lashes out. He shouts in protest, but suddenly quietens. A look of concern upon his face. Akram whispers to you that he has he's gone too far and displayed disrespect in front of the sun shaman. He's on shaky ground here. In fact, Crojan obviously realizes this himself, for he stops shouting and storms off, and several burn riders follow him, and they just ride out into the Cinderland.
What on earth
do
was
know-
that about?
Well, maybe he could get disemboweled as well.
Don't forget the chieftain's his uncle. He doesn't want Shamex being members of the tribe. He thinks you're crap. He's obviously, you know what I mean. Anyway, you do notice there does appear to be a wry smile on the shaman's face, and the chieftain looks shocked and angry. Okay, the Sun Shaman announces that the trial of the totem shall begin the next morning just after dawn, and then motions for everyone to disperse from the council fire as the gathering breaks up, and the Sun Shaman grants you access to a guest yurt, which is...
It's the Sun Shaman played by Sean Connery, because she's the Sun Shaman, not the Sun Shaman.
Yes, yes indeed. Oh dear. So I don't know when this strange thing happened, but at some point after the map was drawn, if you put pins in the middle of terrain, you can't click on the pins anymore. That's very helpful. That's really helpful. Certainly wasn't like that. And that's not an update today. Do you know what I mean? I know it's been an issue for a while. So anyway, if I go to the GM's map, I will find out that that's the chieftain's yurt. Oh, there's the guest yurt. You all get to stay in the guest yurt.
Guest yurt.
Yes.
I'm not sure
It's
there's
only-
room for all of us.
I'm curious about the scale on this map, if I'm honest. I'm very curious about the scale on this map. Gems.
Doesn't it have a scale
Oh
somewhere
no,
in the
one
corner?
square equals 5 feet. Yeah, I have no idea how you're all supposed to fit in there. But then I suppose it's written for a party of 4, isn't it?
Well, Gastus,
The
Gastus
Jets of
will
holding.
yeah,
Yeah, it's of holding. Yeah.
Gastus will sleep wherever Aramis sleeps.
Okay.
I can sleep outside with the cats, right?
Little people don't take up that much space, you know.
And Leia might object to that. Have you asked consent?
Mm-mm.
No, the big cat.
Akram, as you head towards the yurt, Akram explains that his Qua's tradition preclude him from sharing a sunrise with the Sklakwa, and he intends to depart before dawn. The Bone Slayers volunteer to escort the Oath Truth Speaker back to Lyran Qua.
Before you do, and before Dawn leaves, could you just let everybody here know, that we're decent chaps and stuff, like you said you would?
Oh yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. Obviously, he's possibly already spoken to the Sun Shaman. He's possibly he says he'll speak to the Sun Shaman before he leaves. Yes.
Jolly good. I'm delighted to meet you. And should you wish to correspond with Thaddeus in the future, here's his address.
Oh, I don't necessarily stay there. It's a temporary accommodation type situation. My real name's Bob, by the way.
Is Thaddeus short for Bob?
It is today.
Bob. Very good.
Oh, Consolera. Castus. Main.
By the way,
Cease isn't on the combat tracker.
Would the totem have animals on it?
I don't know. Quite possibly. Who knows?
Well, I'm going to say that it does. And one of the animal totems is a cat. And it looks just like Leah. Leah, look, there's a picture of Leah on their own totem pole. What do you think of that, people?
He is.
Oh, I see.
He was obviously invisible.
Have you seen these monsters dice? They look really good. Shiny.
I think I've cleared up the combat tracker accordingly.
I'll go and examine
Right.
this totem pole.
Yeah, you have no idea what he's on about. I don't think they're animals. Doesn't tell me about the totem pole, but anyway. Okay, so trial of the totem. Okay. Early the following morning, about an hour before dawn, you're awakened by the Sun Shaman, who asks you to follow him. He, along with a trio of thundercallers, escort you out through the spike stones in silence and take you east across the Cinderlands on a 20-minute walk.
Okay.
This is a terribly scaled map.
Let's hope they're not just taking us out here to disembowel us away from the yurts.
Okay, so I am going to remove Aramis. And remove...
Yeah, 20 minutes ought to be just about far enough to stop having vermin come to the camp whenever they're eating the bodies.
You disturb me sometimes.
Were it anybody other than Volker that had said that, it would have disturbed me as well, but he is a goblin.
So if I zoom, if I do that, then I can do
I acknowledge that.
that. Then I can you sync plant view and reshare the map, and you've all moved. Okay.
What have you done?
You take a 20-minute walk to a site known as Bolt Rock, a small mesa of spiritual significance. Sun. Single ledge winds up. Let's just turn that on. Going on. Sorry, I'm just trying to done with the line of sight here. Oh, they didn't bother actually. I see. That explains a lot. Let's just do that. That's easier. Do that. Makes my life easier. Then I can just turn off this terrain here. You can hopefully. Okay. See what's going on. So, a single ledge winds up the westernmost flat-topped area of Black Rock, a plateau that sits 30 feet above the surrounding plain, which is basically over on the other side of this ridge as you get up there. A second ledge leads up higher to a second miniature mesa, this one 40 feet above the ground. During storms, large quantities of iron ore on the rock here attract numerous lightning bolts. How long that would be fun! As a result, the place has become one of particular obsession for the Sun Shaman, who often ascend Bolt Rock during storms to experience the fury. So, let's see if this works.
The trial of the totems is simple, but not easy. Each of you will select a sun totem to represent yourself, and then as a group you will have 1 hour to carry the totems to the lower tier of Bolt Rock. There you will erect them in the circles upon the ground, and there you will keep them upright for a day. At the next sunrise, you must move your totems to the summit of the rock, and again keep them upright for a day. When the sun rises on the 3rd day, those whose totems still stand will be Sklarkwa.
Those whose scrotum still stand.
Totems.
That's what he said, scrotums.
Bugger.
It should be pointed out, if I go back to my notes of choosing, that Leia, basically you are the chosen one for the entire duration of the trial of the totem.
Indeed. But from what it sounded like, we all need to do it, from what you said, or am I misinterpreting that?
No, you forget what the chosen one means. Is you could basically spend.
No, I know what it means.
Yeah.
We all need to do it, but we can individually
You've got
succeed
an
or fail.
advantage.
Yes. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you can spend, a second he says that the trial begins, you spend a point of conviction and it lasts you 3 days.
Very nice. Which is good because I've got less conviction than everybody else.
So basically speaking, yeah. They're basically far clayed pylons called sun totems. Each totem is 10 feet tall. The sides are decorated with numerous sigils sacred to the Skakwa. Vorka, you can walk off without a totem if you want, but you only have to come back.
Well, don't we have to carry them from the top to the bottom?
No, you can carry them from the bottom to the top.
Oh, we have to bring them up. Okay,
we carry them from the bottom to the lower one for a day, and then from the middle to the top for another day.
Okay, I thought it was
each
down and back up. So, okay, yeah.
Each totem is 10 feet tall. The sides are decorated with numerous sigils sacred to the Skakwa. The lower portion of each totem is rounded. So when not in use, they're stored in square stone pods at the base of the rock, which is where, obviously, that's where it's indicated at the moment. So in the trial, each prospective clan member is represented by a specific sun totem. The Sun Shaman directs the heroes now to each of you to select a totem as your own, and then explains, as a group, you have 1 hour to carry these totems to the lower tier of Bolt Rock and erect them in circular depressions in the ground there, and then obviously must keep the totems upright for a day. Then at next sunrise, you move them up.
Can I have the top hat token or filling that the boot?
The Sun Shaman then goes on to explain that while no food or water will be brought to you for the 2 days you must remain atop Bolt Rock. You are welcome to provide your own. Likewise, you are welcome to use magic or whatever means you have at your disposal to aid you in keeping the sun totems upright, as long as the magic does not change or damage the totems or the structure of Bolt Rock in any. Bolt Rock is
Okay.
clearly visible from Flameford, and the Sun Shaman explains that many eyes will be turned eastward for the next 2 days. At night, the totems glow with their own radiance, the result of a minor magical enchantment placed upon the totems that enable those in Flameford to see them even on the darkest nights, whether the totems still stand. Should be pointed out, it doesn't matter if it should be pointed out, it doesn't matter if your totem falls over as long as it doesn't break. And as long as if your totem is still standing at dawn, then you're allowed to continue for the second day. And if your totem's still standing, dawn of on the following day, you are a member of the tribe. So there's nothing wrong if anything happens to your totem and it's not damaged, you can just pick it back up and put it back in the depression.
Mm-hmm.
Is there much difference between these totems?
I'm just no, not at all. Here we go. Oh, he's sulking now. It's just having a sulk. It's not your fault. You started talking just as I went to press play, and now it's just gone horribly